Hey everyone, I just got confirmation to a dream that I had in 2016. Now I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can, okay? I had a dream in 2016 that I had some kids with me in my house, and I said, let's go outside. So I took them outside, and I noticed up in the sky there were some really bright stars, right? So all of a sudden I saw some start to fall. And I said, hey, you guys, you need to get into the van. So I lifted up the back of the door on the van, and they got in, and I shut it. Then I laid down in the driveway, and I wanted to watch these stars, right? Well, they started to fall like everywhere. So I suddenly realized, hey, I better get in the van. So I go and I get into the van, and I start the engine of the van, and all of a sudden, here comes a man. He came up to my window, and I rolled down the window, and I realized it was Walter Shepard. Now, I don't know if you guys know, you listen to him. He had a channel called The Gospel Stuff. Well, I listened to him a lot, and he was a friend of mine and Mary's. Now, you'll understand as soon as I'm done. So, when he came up to the van, I looked at him, I realized, that's Walter, right? And he looked at me, and he was wearing these pajamas. And he said, it's time. And then he disappeared. And I'm like, okay. So I said, we got to go. So I start driving, and I'm driving, and all of a sudden, I heard in my spirit, you need to turn down this road. So I turned down this road, and it was kind of a goldish copper colored road, and it was the narrowest road. And I remember I said, my van will never fit down this road. And then I just started driving on it, and then I woke up. Okay, so now let me tell you, to make a long story short, Walter Shepard, now I sent him this dream too. I told him about this dream, right? But later, I think it was, I don't know if it was 2017, that he found out that he had cancer, right? So he ended up passing away in May, I think it was May 30th, 2018. And I thought, I pondered on the dream, thinking, why would you send me Walter in my dream? Is it because now he's passed away? And I thought, but still, it's like, I just, wasn't sure why, okay? But listen, okay, so tonight I'm surfing, right? And I found this rapture dream from this guy. And he starts talking, and he starts talking about how he went outside and he saw the stars falling from the sky, and they were like crashing to the ground and all this, right? And he said people were scared and running and everything, right? And they made these horrible sounds. Well, in my dream, they didn't make any sound, but this is where it all comes in to my dream. Then after he said that, he said, and all of a sudden I saw these like ghost-like figures, like figures of people floating everywhere. And suddenly it hit me, and little did I know, that Walter was going to have passed away, right? But he came to me in these pajamas, and he was just kind of like a little bit transparent, and a little bit like, it just reminded me of hospital wear, and I couldn't ever figure it out. But now I understand everything anything, because don't you get it? He is representing the dead in Christ. But I didn't know that he was dying until later. So then so I watched that guy's video and I just started crying, man. I mean, if there's ever a night to cry, boy, it's tonight. When he said that I said, oh my gosh, it's the dead in Christ rising, and that's what Walter was representing. And when Walter came to the van window, and he said, it's time. You guys, everything is coming to pass, and I do believe that it is definitely time, and we will be reunited with all our loved ones and see Walter too again. I just had to share that, you guys. But I do believe it's time. We are there. So I'll see you guys soon. We could be there any day now. That's how I feel. Okay, I love you guys, and good night.